Hello my dear 9th standard students, we'll continue the lesson. In the last class we have seen that matter can be changed into from one form to another form. That is, a solid can be changed into liquid and a liquid can be changed into gas. So there are three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas, and each state of matter can be changed their forms. So first we'll see, now continue the lesson. Now we'll come to the topic melting point. Melting point means what? The minimum temperature at which a solid melts to become a liquid is called melting point. See, in the previous class we have seen a solid changing into its state and converted into liquid. For example, ice, when it is heated, it changes into liquid form. This is called melting point. Why we call melting point means, for any state of matter to change its state, temperature, due to increase or decrease in temperature, matter changes its form. So for solid to change into liquid, we have to heat. It means we are raising the temperature. So when the temperature rises, a solid becomes liquid. That is called melting. You see ice. You take out ice from the freezer, put it in a vessel and heat the ice. What happens? After some time, the ice gets converted into liquid water. So melting point means how much heat you have used. It means how much temperature the solid ice has taken to change into liquid. That temperature is called melting point. Ice takes very less temperature. Just if you keep ice in a vessel, take out from the freezer and keep it outside, after some time slowly that ice becomes liquid water. So the melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius. It means what? Very small amount of heat is needed to convert solid ice into liquid water. The temperature is 0 degree Celsius. So whenever we heat a solid, it changes into liquid form by process called melting. The solid melts and it becomes liquid. So the temperature at which a solid changes into liquid, that is called melting point. For each elements there is different melting point. For ice it is just 0 degrees because only small amount of heat is required for changing solid ice into liquid water. So 0 degrees Celsius is the melting point of ice. You have to remember this. Next we will come across latent heat. So latent heat means what? See, you have changed solid ice into liquid water by heating. When you heat the ice, it changed into liquid water. So when you are heating means there must be rise in temperature, no? But this will not happen. The temperature of solid ice and liquid water will be same. After converting solid ice into liquid water, the temperature of that water will be same as in solid ice. Because where does this heat gone? Even after heating the ice, liquid water, it is changed. The temperature must be high, no? But the temperature will not be high. It will be same as in solid ice. Only it changes its form. But where does this heat gone? This heat is absorbed by ice without rise in temperature. That is called latent heat. The heat that you supplied for solid ice, what happened? That heat is absorbed by the ice. When this heat is supplied to ice, the particles of solid ice start moving. Due to this heat only, the particles the force of attraction between the particles become loose and they start moving. So when solid ice particles start moving, they change into liquid water. So there will be no rise in temperature. So the heat supplied, that is called latent heat. This heat is supplied only to overcome the force of attraction between the particles in the solid ice. So when there is force of attraction reduces, the particles start moving in the solid ice and the ice breaks and it gets changed into liquid water. So this is called latent heat. The heat absorbed by ice without rise in temperature is called latent heat. Next, boiling point, we'll see what is boiling point. Boiling means what? The temperature at which a liquid starts boiling is known as boiling point. In solid it is a melting point. In liquid it is called boiling point. Because now here a liquid is changed into steam or gas. So when water is heated, take a water in a vessel and start heating. Slowly after some time, the steam comes out from the surface of water. So the temperature at which a liquid starts boiling is known as boiling point. So boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Until 100 degrees Celsius, the water must be continuously heated. When it reaches 100 degrees Celsius, the water starts boiling. Then steam comes out from the surface of water. This is called boiling point. Understood? Next is sublimation. Here sublimation, you can see a change of state directly from solid to gas is called sublimation. In other processes like melting point and boiling point, what happened? In melting point we have changed solid into liquid. That same liquid, when it is heated, it boils. That is called boiling point. Then only solid has changed into liquid, liquid has changed into gas. This is a process. But there are some elements, when they are heated, they directly change into gaseous form. A solid will change directly into gas. That is called sublimation. Example I have given, camphor. Camphor, Karpura. It contains ammonium chloride. The chemical present in camphor is ammonium chloride. This ammonium chloride, when it is heated, it is a solid. When it is heated, immediately directly changes into gaseous form. Whereas in ice, when it is heated, it did not change directly to steam. First it will get changed into liquid water. But here a solid is changed directly into gas just by heating. So this type of elements are called sublimation. The process is called sublimation and the elements are called sublimates. Example is camphor. When it is heated, directly from solid it changes into gaseous form. So these are the changes of state of matter. The matter changes its state only due to rise in temperature or lowering the temperature. So temperature changes will make the matter change its state from one form to another. So this today we'll stop here. In the next class we'll continue the another topic. Till then, goodbye.